Welcome to Lesson 2 Continued on Word Problems. Here we will find and correct some errors in some work solutions. So example 1 says Jackie is not getting the correct answer for the question below. Find and explain the mistake or mistakes if there's more than one. Now for the inequality, 2 minus 3k is less than or equal to 6 minus k. I would start by subtracting 2 from both sides. So it looks like Jackie did the first step correctly. Now these 2's would cancel, leaving us with negative 3k on the left and 4 minus k on the right. Now it looks like she switched her inequality sign here. But you don't need to switch your inequality sign when you subtract 2 from both sides, only when you multiply or divide by a negative number. So I'll take note of that in a minute. I will continue on to see if there's any other errors. Next, she added k to both sides. You get negative 2k on the left and 4 on the right. Then you divide both sides by negative 2. And then she got k is less than or equal to negative 2. So she switched her sign appropriately here, seeing that she divided by a negative number. So now I'll take note that Jackie switched the sign when she subtracted 2 from both sides. But she only needs to do that when multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Now they didn't ask for the correct solution here, but seeing that her only mistake was switching the sign, I'm just going to write it down. It should be k is greater or equal to negative 2. Now for example 2, we again have to find the mistakes in the solutions, then we have to write the correct answer. Now for this inequality that involves fractions, we need to start by finding the LCD between 2 and 3. And that would be 6. So now 1/2 w was multiplied by 6, and 1/3 was multiplied by 6, but the 3 was not multiplied by 6. So that's one error. Now we'll continue on, see if there's anything else. Now 2 can go into 6 3 times. Multiplying 1 times w times 3, you get 3w. 3 can go into 6 twice. 1 times 2 is 2. Next, they subtracted 2 from both sides and got 3w is less than 1. Then they divided both sides by 3 and got w is less than 1/3. So now I'll take note that they did not multiply the entire inequality by 6, only the left side. So now we will write the correct solution. So we have 1/2 w times 6 plus 1/3 times 6 is less than 3 times 6. Now the left-hand side of the inequality was correct, so I'll write down 3w plus 2, but the right-hand side now becomes 18. So now I'll subtract 2 from both sides. Get 3w is less than 16. Dividing by 3 now, I see that 3 can't go into 16 and it can't reduce, so I'll leave it as w is less than 16 over 3. Now for the last example, it says Marcy has been wanting to ride a roller coaster at the amusement park but is too short. She is currently 106 centimeters tall, but she needs to be at least 122 centimeters tall. Now she's kept track and learned that she's been growing 5 centimeters per year on average. Now she set up the inequality below and determined that in 3.2 years or less, she will be tall enough. What is her error? So now if she's 106 centimeters and she's growing 5 centimeters per year, then that looks right. But she needs to be at least 122. So that means this should be greater or equal to. Now let's see if there's any errors in her solution. So she subtracted 106 from both sides. Got 5y is less than or equal to 16. So that's fine. And she divided by 5. And then y is less than or equal to 3.2. Okay, so we can now say that Marcy used the wrong inequality sign. So we can say it should be 106 plus 5y is greater or equal to 122, which means that in 3.2 years or more, she will be tall enough.